Clickbait is something I've elected to personally minimize on my channel, probably mostly to my detriment. But it is something that's a bit rampant on YouTube, with basically everyone and their mother enlisting in the clickbait cacophony commandos. There's a take by a VTuber Numi on it that's a little bit upsetting. Her points aren't horrible, but she uses the wrong verbiage to her own detriment.
These people are doing this by mass producing these extremely misleading clickbaity videos that oftentimes have nothing to do with the actual content being shown. Actually, I would like to say that pretty much every single video that we have seen has been extremely misleading or clickbaity and having nothing to do with the title or the thumbnail at hand. Let me show you what I mean. Here's just an example of one of the accounts that I've been seeing lately. This is one of the channels that I was always making fun of because the titles were so stupid and misleading and just completely untrue. Then we saw this one.
This is most of the tone for the video. She's calling out specific channels for clickbaiting in ways that are, in her eyes, misleading. It's something to say for the larger conclusion on this idea, but it's all misleading. That's the point of clickbait. Ultimately, it just comes down to how much of it you're willing to tolerate, and this is something that'll come up in a moment.
And then you go ahead and you click on one of these videos.
You lean into this. I'm really right now. I had 2 buzzballs White Claw, bro.
Immediately, you can tell the subtitles are inaccurate in talking about balls, like a man's genitalia, and not the fact that I'm just drinking a buzzball, an alcoholic beverage during one of my streams. I feel him.
My bro.
I said, bro. But the subtitles say, I feel him.
This is the main idea of the video that I disagree largely with. This isn't clickbait anymore, now that you're showing the subtitles are purposefully incorrect. These are just lies. It might not seem like an important distinction, clickbait being a form of exaggeration and light lying to get someone interested in clicking on your video after all. But if the clip being played has nothing to do with the subtitles, and the thumbnail and title have nothing at all to do with the actual clip, this is false advertising, and straight lies. And not to harp on it too much, but this is a big problem with the video in my eyes. Numi allows people to upload clips of her, and those are often using clickbait. Her friends and other VTubers often clickbait videos. Vixora, for example, has this video about her looking at viewers' applications to be her wife or husband. They should be concubine applications because she's already married. How can you apply to be someone's spouse if they're already fucking married? Clickbait in this case is a problem, but not the correct problem Numi is trying to hit on. This should be expanded to a larger problem of legitimate VTube clippers getting flagged by YouTube, but this obvious false advertising and lying clip channel gets to stay up, because even Numi herself engages in clickbait, so ultimately clickbaiting isn't an issue to her. It's the lying.
Unbelievable. That moron in 6B still doesn't recycle. The building will get a citation. I should drop these on his doorstep. What do you think?
Don't be such a stone crusher, Frank. He's just having a rough time, is all.
No, I'm not sure about that one. I don't know if that checks out.
And not just to pick on VTubers, because I'm going to be doing a lot of that in the coming videos, but clickbait is a problem everywhere. mcool40 is maybe the most annoying one I personally know outside of VTubers. His video about how they saved Yu-Gi-Oh! Is teetering on lying and false advertising because the entire video is about how Konami brings back a rarity for cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! It really has nothing to do with the game, the purposeful bloating of cards, or even changes to balance Yu-Gi-Oh! A bit better. It's just about how cards are getting a new type of rarity. Now the main problem here is there's no way for me to tell if he genuinely thinks this will save Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's no way to say he's false advertising and lying like the clippers Numi was talking about. But considering how much he uploads, I would lean towards more the false advertising and lying rather than just him being an idiot. At least on some level, he has to know that telling people that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is saved is going to get way more clicks than if he just said old rarity returns to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pegasus is probably one of the worst ones I've seen. How many times can it be over for someone? How many permabans can someone get? And some of these are just the same image reversed and grayscaled. It's not interesting or creative at all. But what's most disappointing is that this shit is just working. He gets tons of views for doing this. The fact that people continue to watch things with these lazy thumbnails and baiting titles means there's no incentive for him to actually try, or change for that matter. He could just continue to bait and be lazy because the audience doesn't particularly care. Just to be clear, I don't particularly like clickbait. I would like someone making a video to be straightforward and to the point with it. But I also understand I'm not like everybody, and to get some people interested in your video, you have to get them to stop scrolling and stare at your baity thumbnail. Still, I choose to personally minimize the clickbait I engage in. Clickbait is only something that's rampant throughout the internet because everyone engages in it. I'm not so naive to believe that everyone will eventually stop doing it, but it would do some good if we all reined in how hard we were going to clickbait things.